Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so you can all see my screen. Yeah. So, WordWall is an amazing, wonderful online tool, especially in this day and age where students are not able to concentrate and enjoy the classes. So, how can we make it more fun and interesting? By doing games with them. Yeah. So, the essence of WordWall is giving them a lot of games that are of different types and different styles. Yeah. So I'm just gonna start now. Going to the next slide. 1 second. How many of you have already heard of WordWall or used it or tried it or some form of?
Yes, ma'am. I used to use
Try,
the word ball in
try,
class.
ma'am.
Yes, Asina ma'am and Sultana
No,
ma'am.
ma'am, I'm
I'm sure.
trying only.
Oh, you're
17th
trying.
onwards, I
Okay.
will start on
Oh,
10th
very good.
standard.
Really,
Okay,
yes, ma'am. It's really a fun. It's really fun and
it's
that's,
fun.
that's really nice.
Very
Like the
interesting, ma'am, this one.
Good.
and
Excellent.
sensation also
Excellent.
of others.
Excellent. All right. So I'm sure many more of you have also heard of it. So some features of WordWall. It's an interactive sort of a tool that's played on any web-enabled device like computer, tablet, phone, an interactive whiteboard. It can be played individually by students or it can be led by teachers, like when you lead an activity with students. So you can take turns in front of the class if you're doing it, to present the game. Why have I put a cross next to printables? Because if you're paying, then you can have this printable option. If you're not paying the money, this printable option does not come to you. So that's why I put a cross. We are not interested in the non-printable option. We are
Jayapati ma'am,
interested. Yes, sir.
please enable attendance. This one.
Okay.
So you
One.
can go to settings and enable attendance, so that at the end of the program you will get attendance in your email.
Ah, okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Second. Okay. Okay. Getting back. Sorry. Getting back. Yes. So we are dealing with the the interactive part of it as a tool. We are not concerned with printables. I think with the COVID situation, we are not thinking about printing things right now. So getting to the actual tool. How do you create and use templates? Now, what is a template, first of all? What do you think a template means? Who can tell me, just generally speaking, what do you think when you think of template? Anyone? Nandakishore sir? Anybody? What do you think a template
The
is?
way it look like
Maybe layout.
Layout?
the way
Yes, sir? You're saying something?
It's like something like layout slides, ma'am. We prepare
Yeah,
PPT.
layout slides. Okay, similar. In this case, because we're dealing with games, it's basically you are talking about each template is a different type of game. So, like one game can be a quiz, one can be a crossword, also like arcade games. What do you mean by arcade games? Has anyone heard of arcade games? I'm sure if you have older kids, they know what this means. They play these kinds of games. I don't know how do I explain. So when you go to these gaming places, you know those car games or those bike games that are virtual. So that's called an arcade style game. Yeah. In this case, you have like a maze chase or an aeroplane where they would, use a maze or an aeroplane. It will definitely be there in Travancore Mall. Okay, so if you're not sure, maybe sometime you can go there and try out one of those games. And there are classroom management tools such as seating plans. So you can use it in many, many different ways. Yeah. But it's usually for the pro version. Okay, it's usually for the pro version. We are not dealing with the pro version right now. We are dealing with the general basics of what templates are. And to make a new activity, you start by selecting a template and then you enter your content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and forth between the website and my PowerPoint to show you what each of these look like. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the website to show you how to make a new activity and how to select your template and basically how easy it is. I just want to show you how easy it is. So I'm gonna share screen to WordWall now and show you how easy it can be. So if you don't have an account, it's very, very easy. You simply go into your school Gmail account and you automatically get in, make yourself an account. I have an account. There is a My School where you can just log yourself in and have your own account. So these are the easy, simple steps. You pick a template, enter your content, you can even print it out. What are the different templates? Here you go. You can see all the different templates here. You have your matchup, quiz, random wheel, find the match, group sort. These are all straightforward. Yeah. And the next thing is I want to talk about, before I actually start showing you what to do, I want to talk about just the basic plan if you're, if you're going for using WordWall. There are paid options, there are pro options. Yeah, my screen is sharing now, so I think you can see my screen. There is a basic option that's free, there is a standard which is paid, and there is a pro which is paid. So obviously I have circled the basic because we will obviously opt for the basic. In a Google account, you can have probably just 5 templates that you can choose, but if you have multiple accounts, you can have many more. So the only thing stopping you is probably the number of accounts. If you make more accounts, you can have much more. Yeah. Now let's get to switching templates. Now before switching templates, I want to actually show you how to choose a template, make a game, and what switching looks like. So once you created an activity, you can switch to a different template with a single click. So before getting to the advantages of it, I want to go into WordWall itself and just show you now. Now is a good time to show you how to create an activity. Okay, very, 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 very simple. Are you following? First of all, teachers, I don't want to be, I want to hear from you. Is everyone following what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, following.
Yes. Okay, fine. Thank you. If you just tell me in between so that I know that you're with me, that would be great. Okay, so let's take matching pairs. Okay, that's a simple. So there are some ready-made games here also. So on days where you don't have so much time, you can actually pick one of these and make your own. Use it on the topic that you want, and it's very, very helpful. But we are going to creating an activity now. So I have picked matching pairs. Yeah. So now I give a title to my activity. So I'll say matching pairs. Matching pairs. Okay. Again, pairs of identical items. Okay. So I'm just going to go for a picture to keep it simple. Let's say cats. I like cats. Okay. So I'm going to choose a very cute cat. This one looks very cute. Do you agree? Don't you think the cat looks cute?
Yes, I do.
Yes. So We want a cute cat. So then we go for another cute cat that is the same. Tell me if it's the same one. I don't want to get it wrong. Where is that same cat that I just saw? Where is that cat? Hold
The
on.
spectacles one.
Which one?
Spectacles one.
The spectacles one. Where is the spectacles one? Oh, this
Yeah,
one. Oh,
they
you
are
like this
this.
one. Okay,
The
we'll go
second
for
one,
this one. All right, then I'll change this one to the spectacle one also. Let us, oh no, wait, one second. I'll add another one that is the spectacle cat.
The other one was cute. But...
One second. So let us search for the spectacle cat. Yes, Renuka ma'am has picked a very cool cat. So it's a spectacle cat, and now we say done. Okay, this is just a simple example, so I'm just kind of okay. So this is the game. I press start, and it's shuffling for me, and I simply choose. It has to be the same color with the same cat. So there we go. We've got the spectacle cat. Now I can take this, match the pairs, and I can turn it into, so yeah, I can do all the pairs and finish my game, yes. And I can turn it into a different game. So this matching pairs, I can even make it a random wheel. I can make it, now you notice that out of all of the options, I've only been given 4. Why do you think I've been given 4 options instead of all the 12 options that you first saw? Why am I only getting 4 options right now? Who can tell me? Please unmute, feel free. It's just
You didn't pay.
I didn't pay. Okay, that's a good point. I haven't paid. Actually, I'll tell you why I don't get all the pairs is because based on my content, my it'll give me the activity that fits the content. So if I'm doing matching pairs, the only thing similar to matching pairs are these other activities. So it automatically filters those activities and only gives me those activities. So that's why you don't see other different activities if I'm trying to change it. I hope that's clear to everyone. Does that make sense, what I just said?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because I used images. So only the ones, the games that apply to images will come to me as other options if I want to change it. Yeah. Only things that are relevant. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, how can you use this in your class? Can you give me an example, teachers? How can you use this in your class?
After making the activity, we send the link to them.
Sharing link is there now.
Okay, after making an activity, you share the link. Okay, can you give me examples of what kind of a chapter this would be good for? Anything that you can think of?
Ma'am, for English, I have used it for matching the games for nouns and verbs. We can use it as a word games.
Nouns and verbs. Okay. What about other subjects? How can you use it? Maths, science, social. Hasina ma'am, if you want to say quiet.
No, ma'am. A random wheel we can use for SS, I think.
Okay, random wheel you can use. What about others?
Cards also for that same simonism like that words we can use in cards, random cards.
Yeah, tell me specific topics also that you think this would suit for. Not just, I mean, okay, the game is great. What about the topic? So, what about maths? Sabu sir, can you tell me a topic in maths? Renuka ma'am, anyone? Renuka ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Can they
Yeah.
be identified in which regions are these found connected to
Yeah,
geology?
what regions? You can have regions, you can have pictures of regions. So there's many different ways that we can use this. Yeah. Now I want to show you how you can change it. So I
Ma'am,
can go from,
mathematics. Jagruti,
yes,
ma'am,
yes,
mathematics,
ma'am.
we can use the shapes
Yes.
of the figures and can ask the students to identify
Excellent.
what type of.
Excellent. Shapes and figures for maths. Excellent. You can have them match the shapes and figures for maths. That's a wonderful example. Thank you, Meena ma'am.
Yes.
So shape of the country with the country name. You can have shapes for maths. So now I'm going to show you how you can change it to something else. So let's go for random wheel. Okay. So I'm changing my game to random wheel. So when I do my game now, I can spin it to whichever cat comes. Yeah. And then I can keep spinning it and I can resume the game. So it's just an example I just wanted to show you. But now getting back to the uses of switching the game. Now let's think about how it's useful that you can switch your game, switching templates. How is this useful in your, can you imagine in your classroom setup? How is it useful to switch templates?
Make it interesting for kids for going for variety.
Very good. Yeah, it makes it interesting. What else?
After all, change is always a good thing, right, ma'am?
Change is always a good thing. Okay, how is it a good thing? How is it good in a
Like
class?
when we stick on to the same thing for a long time, obviously, yeah, we will get bored of it, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
when we change that, yeah, the level of interest will change.
Excellent.
With it.
What about
We can
the
use the
fact?
same.
Yes.
We can
Yes,
use the same game in different divisions for as
yes.
different activities.
Yes, Anuja ma'am. That's what I was thinking of. Excellent. You don't want to use the same exact same game for different sections in your class, right? Say, for example, I am teaching grade 5, A, B, and C. I don't want to use the same game and the same template for each section, right? I want to change it up. So if one class I'm doing matching the following, another class I can do pairing, another class I can do something different. So that is very, very important. It saves you a lot of time also. Instead of having to create, can you imagine from scratch, if I'm making a game from scratch, how much time it would take me to change that game setting, everything about the game just to do it with 5B, so that 5A and 5B are different. But this saves you so much time because you can actually, in a matter of seconds, just click on something else and choose, and it automatically does the work for you. So you can change it and change the template for different sections of your class. Yeah. It's also talking about how you can use it for differentiation. How can we use this for differentiation? Tell me, anyone, how can it be used for differentiation if you're switching templates? Reinforcing, how would you do that? How would you show differentiation?
Matching pairs can be given to the lower achievers. Then we can go for the flip field or something. Is there no, ma'am?
Yeah,
Something
flip cards. Yeah, yeah. So also taking into account that children also understand in different ways. We study about differentiation and also the fact that children respond to different things in different ways, right? So as a student, I may do better in random spinning of the wheel than matching pairs. I just may respond to it better. So children respond differently to different types of games. So it's important that you keep changing it up so the children also get the best from it. Yeah. Am I making sense? I hope everyone's following. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, yeah, thank you. So now we go to editing an activity. So now we have already discussed how we can change the template, how we can change the look. So we want to think about actually editing an activity. So there's no need to settle for pre-made activities. Many of the times what happens, we go for some, say, for, I'm just taking random examples. In quizzes, we take all these ready-made quizzes. We take a topic and we take ready-made quizzes because we don't want necessarily to make it ourselves. But here, it gives you the option to actually edit your quiz. You can edit whatever activity for that matter to curtail it to exactly what you want. Yeah. So if you find an activity but it's not quite right, it's not exactly what you want, you can customize it to suit your class. Yeah. And on any activity page, you can find an edit content link underneath the activity itself. So again, I'm going to go back to the word wall activity page to show you what this button looks like, so that when you do it, you know what it looks like. So I'm going back to word wall. Like I said, I'll be flipping back and forth between the website to show you. So here, you can all see my screen now, I hope. Can you all see my screen? I think it's coming.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So there is an edit content option here. Can you all see that? Yeah? Can you just give me a yes? So, yeah, okay. So here it's asking me, do I want to edit as matching pairs or duplicate and then edit as a random wheel? So look at the options that it's giving me. See, this is something that I don't think any online tool gives you so many easy options that are so useful. So I'm just going to say edit matching pairs. Okay. Now again, it has taken me back to matching pairs, and I can edit the title, I can edit the instruction, I can edit the items, and once I have edited what I want to edit, I press done. So that's it saving. So now it has given me the edited version as I like it. Yeah. Is everyone following what I'm saying so far? Is everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you see how, you see how
Jagruti
convenient that is.
ma'am.
Yes,
Jagruti ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me, Jagruti ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See, I think I have joined little late
Okay.
when I joined.
Yes.
So I think
Yes,
the
ma'am.
starting how to join this word wall, how to start the word wall. So after
I will
late,
help you, ma'am. After that, I will
okay,
help you.
okay, Arjun, thank you. You are helping me a lot. Yesterday,
Thank
he
you.
helped me for that PowerPoint.
Yes.
I'm doing.
Good.
Arjun, after making, I will contact. Thanks a lot, Arjun. Thanks a lot.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Arun sir, from my side also. Okay. So getting back, we've established how we can. Let me stop presenting that and go back to the PowerPoint so we can discuss. Editing the activity. Now you all are aware how you can edit the activity. I hope all of you are clear on how to edit the activity. Yes? Yes? I'm
Yes,
seeing
ma'am.
some, yes,
Yes.
all right. Okay, thank you. So now we go on to themes and options. Now we all love to have different themes and options when we are, doing an activity. We don't want the same thing to look boring. Everything should look different. It should have a different skin. It should have a different background, and it should be interesting. We should enjoy making it, right? We should enjoy creating it. When we enjoy creating it, we enjoy giving it to students because they also find it exciting. It means that you have personalized it. You've made it your own. You put your color and your, your flair to it. So interactives can be presented in different themes. So each theme changes the look, the feel, the graphics, the fonts, and the sounds. Okay, so a lot of things change when you change the theme of your game. Now, why would you change the theme of a game? We've already discussed this. Who can tell me why would we change the theme of a game? Why would we change the theme of a game? Who can tell me? Archana ma'am, can you tell me? Don't look so stressed. It's just me. Relax and answer.
I left, so that's the reason.
Oh, okay, don't worry. Okay, anyone else who wants to share? Tell me. Why would
We are talking about the appearance theme,
yes,
right?
why would we change the appearance of the game?
Like just how, like, why do we change our dress, right? Right, ma'am?
Arun sir is giving very practical examples. Okay. Why did you say that? Right? Okay.
If every day I wear the same dress, how it
Yeah.
Yes, we can't wear the same dress every day. My God, I don't
Every
know what
day.
life would be like if we were wearing the same dress every day. So yes, he's given a very practical example to lead us to the real answer, which is what? Why would we change the appearance? Who can tell me?
If we are taking bridge classes or repeating the topics, we can use a different theme.
Yes, Anuja ma'am again. Thank you so much. Hamluddin sir, you were saying something. I'm so sorry.
More attractive and effective.
More effective, yeah.
Effective students will concentrate more if you are
Excellent.
using
Students will
different things.
concentrate. Excellent, excellent. Everybody is correct. Fantastic answers. Anuja ma'am's absolutely right. Bridge classes, a lot of classes where you're repeating topics, repeating chapters. You need to make it look interesting for everyone. Deepthi ma'am is absolutely right. We have to use things like this to make it more attractive. Hamruddin sir is right. It has to be effective. It will only be effective if it is interesting to look at with different skins, different themes, different sounds. So I want to show you where you find this option in your game. So I'm again going to go back to WordWall and show you where that option is, so you are very clear on how to find that particular option when you're. So can you see theme over here? I am currently on the classic. That's what I am on. But there is a primary, neon, midnight, TV game show. There are all these different Wild West. There are all these different themes. Yeah. So you can pick whichever theme. Is everyone clear? Is everyone following where theme is? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Awesome. So fantastic. Now, getting back to our PowerPoint. Yes. So every template also has a timer. Okay. It has a timer, a setting in the options panel underneath. Okay. So you also can have changes. You can make changes to what is being shown in the game. You can change your time so that it's more teacher-led. Yeah. And you can do this by clicking on the timer, and you can actually stop to read out things as you like. Basically, take it as teacher-led as you like. You can give them a deadline, which is also very, very important. Like a 5-minute thing or a next day homework, things like that. Very, very important to use the timer. Why is the timer important, teachers? Who can tell me? Think of your class. Why is the timer important? Why is the timer important, Sultana ma'am? Kutubuddin sir, Deepthi ma'am. Why is the timer important?
Timer is needed, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Kamal sir.
There won't be any challenge if you are not
Or managing the periods.
Yes.
If the time is
we have
given,
to-
only they will be challenged like that.
We have to
Yes.
manage our
They
time
have very
according to our
aggressive
period.
to complete the task in particular time.
Yes, yes.
We can give it as a challenging part, no? Otherwise, there won't be. They will
Yes, yes. Amazing.
Lagging otherwise, right?
Yes, if they
Yes.
take more time, then the portions also will get lagged.
Portions, yeah. Okay, wow. So a lot of things. We are thinking about portions. We are thinking about making it interesting. We are thinking about, challenge. We are thinking about so many things. A lot of points that you all have given. Thomas,
Ma'am,
you were saying something.
ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. In
Yes,
my
yes.
point of view, whatever the class interaction is going on, there will be a test paper. There will be an evaluation. So children should be able to give the answer in time. We have to train the students to not.
Yes.
We have to finish the portions. The
Yes.
children also should be able to write the answers in time. That is very
Excellent.
important.
Yes, excellent. So thinking about time, thinking about evaluation, you are training students to finish things on time, training students to finish work on time. Yeah, excellent. Very, very good point. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing that. Now we move on to student assignments, okay? So again, word wall activities, at the end of everything, obviously we are thinking of assignments, we are thinking of how the students can practice this at home. That is the greater goal for everything that we do. So when a teacher sets an assignment, students are directed to that activity without distraction of visiting the main activity page. Why is this good? Why is it good that students can go straight to the activity? How is that good, teachers? Who can tell me? Can some new, I want some new teachers to share. I really feel, you know, what about Amrita ma'am? What about Biju ma'am? What about Fazila ma'am? Jayashri ma'am? Let's have some new voices. You know, Ramya ma'am. Why is it good that they can directly go to, why is it good they can directly go to the game? Very obvious. Who can tell me?
Students will be more curious, ma'am, to know what
Thank
is there.
you. Yes, absolutely, Lijo ma'am. Students will be more curious. What else?
Students will be very interesting. They like to play.
They like to play, yes. Meenu
Yes.
ma'am knows, we all know the mind of a student is for games only. They live for games. So,
Make
they,
anxiety in the mind. You
yes,
can make
sir?
anxiety what is going to happen.
Yes, yes.
Make them to
Yes, yes. So getting them ready. And also it saves a lot of time. They study well, thank you, Gopika ma'am. And it saves a lot of time because usually if you go to Socrative or other online tools, they have to log in first. It's a bit of a long process. Log in, then only they can get into the game. But here directly you can have students go into the game. They don't have to sit and wait. They don't have to, you know, do too much before they join the game. Yeah. This feature can be used in class where students can access their own device, or it can be in the homework setting. Yeah. So each student's results are recorded and made available to the teacher. Okay. So how do we access this? There is a share button and a set assignment button, and I'm going to show you how this works. Okay. So getting back to the way, I have a quick activity for all of you. Very simple activity. Don't worry. It is not taxing in any way. It's a very, very, very quick activity. So let's go to my activity. I had actually made a trial activity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share. Now, can you all see my screen? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, fantastic. So when I'm talking about, before I get to students, I want to talk about teachers. If you want to share this activity with teachers, you can make this resource public. Okay, so that means not only the teachers that you are sending it to, but it's also public. Anyone can look at it. But usually we don't want to make it so public. Yeah. Now let me go on to the students assignment aspect of it. So I have created an activity for you. I want to share it with you. Okay. So I will go to set assignment. Now I can do, the title of this is trial activity. Okay. You'll have to enter your name. If I want to give you a deadline, I would give you a deadline, but I don't want to give you a deadline. So I'm not going to give you a deadline. And end of the game, it will show you the answer. It will show you the leaderboard, but I am not giving the start again option. Yes, because I don't want you to start again. You should be done with it when you're done with it. Now I go to start. Yeah. Now look at the options over here. This is the link that I will be sharing in the chat box. But you can embed it in Facebook. You can use Twitter. You can use Google Classroom, email. So many options. So I am copying this. Done, and I am putting it in the chat box for all of you to do. Please do not hesitate. It is a 2-minute word wall activity. Please do not hesitate. Please do it, guys. It's fun, it's easy, and you can be a student for that minute and try it out. Yeah. Once you're finished, just write in the chat box, finished. So I know that you're finished. I hope you all are enjoying it so far. Please tell me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. And enjoy the activity. Once you have done it, write in the chat box, finished. Okay, so I know that you have finished. The simple activity. Once you finish, just type in the chat box, finished. So I know that you're done, and then we can go to the next part. Yes. Anyone finished so far, or they are still? Aha, Lijo ma'am is done. Lijo ma'am has done it quickly. Okay. Waiting for others. Waiting for others. Lijo ma'am has finished. Deepti ma'am, Deepti D ma'am has finished. Fazila ma'am, what's wrong? You can't join. What happened? Done. Anuja ma'am is done. Okay. Fazila ma'am, what's wrong? Try again.
One more time, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll put the link one more time. No issue. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Anju ma'am's done. Sultana ma'am's done. Done it. Those who have done it, did you enjoy it? Just say yes. Don't give the answer, please.
Yes, yes, yes.
You enjoyed it. Okay, that's all I want. Do you all feel like students now? You're all done. You're finishing your little game. Yes, Ramya ma'am is done.
Ma'am, Jagruti ma'am,
Yes,
I tried, but I failed.
It's okay. You can try again. Oh, that start again option is not there. So sorry. It's okay. Don't worry. We will give the answer. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No, not because with the mouse, how to move it, I'm not able to do that. That is the
Oh,
only thing.
you have to
I
hold.
reached that.
You have
I
to
reached
hold
that
the cursor, ma'am. You have to hold the cursor on the letter and drag it.
Oh, that is the problem. I don't know how to move that
You
mouse.
hold the mouse
Left
on
click.
the letter and yeah. Thank you, Arun. Left
Okay,
click
I will
and
try next.
drag
I
it.
will try next time.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so I think most of you are finished. Renuka ma'am's finished, Fiona ma'am's finished, Archana ma'am. Okay, so can one person tell me what was the answer? What was the answer?
I am proud to be a part of the Oxford School Trivandrum.
Yes, that was the anagram. I am proud to be a part of the Oxford School Trivandrum. And what is your response to that? I hope you all are deeply proud to be part of the Oxford School. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Okay. So I thought that the anagram should also speak about how we feel about the school. We are all proud to be a part of the Oxford School. So now that we have done it, we want to look at the results. Okay. So you can go to my results. Okay. And here it will give you the activities you've done. And here it is giving you the, wow. So look, here we go. Number of students who tried it, 16. It's giving you the average, the top score. It's giving you the fastest was Nandakishore sir. Nandakishore sir, well done. You were extremely fast. And it's giving you all this tabulation that's so useful. The answer, the question here is, I am proud to be a part of the Oxford School. So it's giving you a full, you know, what do you call, analysis of how the activity went and what the response was. So thank you so much for all those who took part in it and did it. Thank you so much. This will be very good to use for assessment, right? A lot of activities. Children are also very competitive, you know that. So they're very serious when it comes to their friend doing better than them. They don't want that to happen. So this is an excellent, excellent tool. And if you take the payable version, it's printable. But don't worry, this is something that you can present to students in class the way I'm presenting to you. Yeah. So excellent resource because of that as well. Yeah. I hope everyone's clear on how we can set an assignment, how we can show the results. Yeah. Very important. Now, we have come to the end of WordWall. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed WordWall, and I hope that all of you, if you don't have an account in WordWall, I hope all of you will make an account in WordWall so that you are able to try this out with your students. Yeah. So now I'm just going. Does anyone have any questions, first of all, actually? Now that we've done that, do you have any questions or anything
Ma'am, does
you want
WordWall has any simulation?
what do you mean in terms of what? Like how?
Simulation training?
Does WordWall have a training?
Simulation training, especially.
Simulation
Like,
training.
yeah, a 3D experiment or
Yes,
something.
yes, they have this. Well, they said that they do have the arcade kind of games, right? I think that's what you mean. That's what it was referring to, arcade sort of games. So yes, there are different types of games that do have an arcade effect, a simulation effect. But you'd have to really, use the paid and the pro version for that. So that's not.
So in the free version, it's not available, is it?
I don't think it's available in the free version. I think it is in the paid version. But even if you look at the paid version, Arun, it's not so expensive actually. Per year, if you look at it, it's not so expensive. Yeah. Just 2,000. If you're thinking 2,000 per year is not so much, considering how much more you get in games and activities. So personally, if you want to, sign up for the paid version, also it's not much. Yeah. Any other questions? Thanks, Arun, for that question. Any other questions from anyone? Any other questions?
And
No?
how do the students interact with us? How can they?
How do the students interact with you? What do you
Only
mean?
that,
You're saying
they
when you're
get and
using
they-
it in class?
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying when you use it in class?
Yes, ma'am. Only they will take the link and play the game, isn't it? Take the activity, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. So there are different ways.
Anything can be done.
You can do it with them individually and ask them to share screen. So you can have them share how they found the game. You can have one trial game that they can do, sharing screen, showing everyone so that they can talk about it. You can pause it. It's basically how you personalize it and make it interactive, ma'am. To be honest, not necessarily something that is, what do you say, something that is structured. It's up to you on how you make it creative so that students can interact while they are using it in the class. I would probably have one child share screen. Yeah, I would probably have one child share screen and talk about it, or after the game they can talk about it, make it interactive, those kinds of options.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Renuka, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you very much.
If anyone has any other questions, you can ask now. Otherwise, we can take a 5-minute break. Sir, can we take a 5-minute break? Sir? I think we can take a quick 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. Be here. If you want, you can. If your tea is ready somewhere, go and bring it. And bring it and have it now. Or you can have it during also. That's no problem. That's absolutely fine. But just a 5-minute stretch out your hands and stretch for 5 minutes to sort of rejuvenate yourselves. Yeah. And Arun sir will tell a joke. Arun sir? It's impromptu.
Stand up and sit down. You need
Stand
it.
up and sit down is the joke.
You
How is
need
that
it.
a joke? Stand up and sit
You
down.
should not,
I am.
you should
I
not
am.
encourage Asina ma'am to do
Ah,
tea. Now it's
why?
fasting time.
Why?
Oh,
Fasting time.
oh,
Fasting time, subah, namaz, everything we are doing, no.
Jagadi
yes,
ma'am,
yes, yes.
I said it seriously.
Oh, you said seriously. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you need it
Um,
actually.
yes. Everybody, please stand and sit down. Let us stand and sit down
Okay.
for a
Like
second.
if
Yes.
your body urge, then you may take some push up too.
Want to take exercise, 1, 2, like that?
Yeah, you may, ma'am.
No, sir is saying you all want to stand. Yes.
Yeah, you can jump. Run,
You can
turn
turn.
around.
You are asking the Ranaga want to jump.
Jagati ma'am, you too have to stand up and sit. You too have to take care of your health.
So the right person is Anuja ma'am. She will make it for yoga.
Yoga.
In yoga, you can't do it on the screen.
Wonderful. I did stand up and sit down. So I hope everyone else did as well. Okay, I think our 5 minutes are almost up. So if we can come back and if we can just come back and
Still
be.
you're muted.
Who is muted? Renuka ma'am?
No, he is talking on the phone.
Oh,
That's
he's
why.
on the phone. Yeah. Give another minute before we start. But don't you think WordWall is a great tool? It's a very easy tool.
Ma'am,
Good.
already one
Sadly,
activity
ma'am,
is
it's
there.
really a very good tool. My children really enjoy with using WordBall. It's really
Yeah,
nice.
very good. Very good. Yeah, very good. If the PE teachers want to quiz the students on the so very, very useful tool. Okay. Are we all back? I mean, not that we left, but are we ready to start? Have some water. Those who are, I don't know if those who are fasting can have water, but
No, they
are you
cannot.
allowed to have
They
water?
should
They
not.
can't? Oh, sorry, don't have water.
They should not. Nothing. Not
Don't.
even their saliva.
Oh, that's difficult. Then I think the
Am
standing
I right,
sitting was a
Sultana
good
ma'am?
option.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Sir.
Yeah,
We cannot have anything
No,
else.
sir.
yeah, yeah. So can we have at least all cameras on so I know everyone's with me, looking fresh and ready for Wakelet. It's the word itself, Wakelet is like waking up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Wakelet, waking up, it's all there. It's in the name, right? So we are awake and ready. So here we go. I have my screen ready for you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Budin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have tested this word world with an activity. Can I share the link in chat box?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me play.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
You may play with it.
Okay. I think Kutubudin sir has put a link in the chat box. for you to try out before we get into Wakelet. Once you're finished, type finished in the chat box so that sir and me know that you're finished. Yes. Is everyone trying it out? Just type done. Okay, Lijo ma'am's done. Yes, Lijo ma'am's done. Everybody is looking very serious. They are seriously doing it. Okay, Arun sir's done. Archana ma'am's done. Okay. Who else is done? Very good. Mahalakshmi ma'am is done.
Good work, Mr. Kutbuddin. That's a good one.
Arun sir says good work.
Thank you, sir.
Well done. Deepthi ma'am is done. Deepthi D is done. Rubia ma'am is done. Excellent. Fazila ma'am is done. Very good. Excellent. Now,
Sir, have you done it in matching?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
so if most of you are done, shall I start?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sure.
So, as thank you. As the title of it says, it's called Wakelet. So I'd like all of us to wake up. I'm just joking. That's not the meaning of the title, but I am incorporating it like that. So, Wakelet. Let us look at Wakelet. Are we all ready to learn about Wakelet? Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes. Okay. So, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Awesome. So, fantastic. So, what is the benefit of Wakelet? So it's basically one great thing about it that we all love is always things that are free. It's absolutely free. Yeah. It's a free platform that allows you and your students to save, organize, and present and share content from across the web. Yeah. So there are a lot of benefits to Wakelet, and we're going to study a little more. Well, not study. We're going to find out a little more about it. So Wakelet makes the sharing of content fun and engaging. Yeah. So if you look at this document, what is the first thing you think of? It looks extremely. It's written over there what it looks like. What does it look like? It looks extremely. Who can tell me? What does it look like? The document
Font
looks
is not
extremely.
visible.
Font is very
What
tiny,
is not
ma'am.
visible? Sorry. The font is tiny.
Not
Okay. Is
visible,
it better
ma'am.
now?
Lots of
See now?
emojis.
Okay, it's
Okay.
very small. Okay, I'm saying generally when you look at it, what do you think
It's fun.
about the way it's
Fun,
presented?
engaging,
Fun.
like that, ma'am?
Actually, but is it fun and engaging, the document that I've shown you? No, right?
The
Feelings.
third
This is fun
emoji
and
explains
engaging.
it. The third emoji explains it.
Yes, thank you. The third emoji explains it. So what I was saying is the first document doesn't look fun. It looks very dull. It's very boring. It's just a bunch of lines. But the one next to it is very different. Yes, the one next to it is very different. It is the opposite of what the first document looks like, right? So what does the second one look like? It's very, who can describe it to me?
It's with a lot of pictures, first of all. The students will
Yes.
understand it at a single glance, they will understand. Like the pictures. They won't get bored, they will have the videos.
Excellent.
So like not main lectures.
Yes.
It's more like a
Excellent.
hyperdog, right?
What
ma'am?
else? Yes. Yes. What else? Anything else? Anything else? I think you all have covered it.
We can
It's
create a
basically
revision lesson, right, ma'am,
very
with this?
engaging visually as you look at it. It's very interesting. It's very exciting. You can take many lessons. You can take a revision lesson. You can take a normal lesson. You can take yeah, there are a lot of things that you can do with this. But let's discuss what are the things that you can do. Okay, so what is Wakelet? Okay, if we're looking at Wakelet, what is it? It's free, like I said, it's free. Well, that is the best part about it. We love that it's free. It's unlimited, so that's something that's new. Usually, we don't have something that is unlimited where we can store as much as we want of something. So this is a very unique thing about Wakelet, that it's everything that you can think of from the web in one space. You don't have to think about the amount of things from the web that you take. You can just keep storing, keep adding over the years as much as you like. And the third thing is it's very safe. So you don't have any complaints about it. It's extremely safe. Yeah. Is everyone with me so far about Wakelet? Pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Yes.
What about other teachers? Yes. Yes. Yeah. If you can just give me a shout out and say yes, or even type in the chat box, yes, I know you're with me, so that's good. Yeah. So Wakelet is explained in 4 steps, but let's talk about the first one. That is, you can save anything. Yeah. Absolutely anything. Save any content from across the web, whether it's articles, videos, blogs, tweets, documents, podcasts, anything you can think of under the sun. You can bookmark it and you can save it at the click of a finger. Yeah. So what happens nowadays is we struggle to find a place where we can put everything and save it and come back to it years later. Also, you should have the option to come back to it. So this gives you that option. How is this beneficial, teachers? Can you tell me some examples of how this is beneficial and where and when and what situation as a teacher do you think, or even otherwise, how is this very helpful? You can just unmute like you
Ma'am, when we can have everything at once,
yes.
Isn't that the biggest benefit?
Everything at once, but for what purpose exactly? I'm thinking of specific times when this is, useful.
We don't want to search more than.
Thank you, Sabu sir. Excellent. We don't have to search. Like, for example, if I have a specific video related to one maths topic or an English topic, I don't want to go search YouTube again 5 weeks later because I need that exact same video and I have to go to the history and search for that one video. No, if I put it together in Wakelet, it's already there. I don't need to search for it anymore. Excellent point. Thank you, sir. Anything else?
We can save the memory of our device.
Yes, it saves the memory of the device. Very practical, sir. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Kutubugan, sir. Anything else? How is it good? How is it?
Ma'am, is it possible to share to someone?
Yes, you can share. You can share with others. We'll come to that. Yes, you can. Yes. How else is this useful? Give me one more point and then we'll move to the next. How is this useful? One more point. Anyone else? How is this useful? Now, think of it in your personal journey as well. I'm saying not just for school purposes. So, for example, the English department, the maths department, the science department, you can actually make a Wakelet where you can store resources that are always there for you. Yeah. Now, for example, if you think of your personal life, suppose we have an Oxford school Wakelet, where everybody who's ever been a part of Oxford puts up their experience. Whether that teacher has left, whether that teacher is still there, it doesn't matter, because there you can continue your communication. You can look at a resource. You can look at things that remind you of the times that you had together in the school. You can have this for a book club, a history club. You can, if you're reading a book together, if it's English department and we're reading a book together, we can put up our reviews, we can put up our feedback, we can put up pictures, and that's forever there to look at, to reference. Yeah, very, very useful. It can also be used in your personal life. If you make a group, a family group, if you want to make a collage for your family group where your family has a Wakelet, and you know, put up things, memories, holidays, all kinds of stuff. So I'm not just asking you to think as a teacher. Think of your personal life also, your personal growth. Suppose you want to work on a certain area of yourself, say your, you know, your health or something. You can gather resources that are useful for you, and you know, put up pictures on how your life has changed, and that will be your journey, your personal Wakelet. Nobody's going to look at it unless you share it. So a lot of different ways that we can use this Wakelet, not just professionally, but also, I advise, personally. Don't always just think of it professionally, and it's good that you're thinking professionally, but personal is also important. So think of personal as well. Yeah. So we can save anything. Organize and curate. So you can arrange your bookmarks into stunning collections. You can add images, videos, links, text, and more to make your collection more meaningful and engaging. So you can see in the picture that's there, it's a beautiful picture, and it's just a picture with a few comments, but look at how attractive it looks. Just because it's been laid out in a certain way, it looks extremely attractive. It looks extremely interesting. And if I was somebody, I would want to go to that profile and look at it. Even though I may not know the person, but I still want to go and look at it and find out what does this picture mean? What are the comments? What is the journey that's being explained over there? Yeah. So it's extremely interesting. Yeah. And bookmarking everything also makes it easy, because you can come back to it if you put a bookmark. Is everyone following what I'm saying so far? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you. So, getting back, collaboration. Now, Kutubudin sir was talking about sharing and how you can share your work. So, I'm coming here now. Invite others to collaborate with you on your collections, to share ideas, inspiration, and knowledge. So, it's basically creating a living and breathing space where your students, colleagues can work together to accomplish amazing things. So you can collaborate together. It's kind of like you give the link, they get in, and they put their work. So if you want to give a project or an assignment, you simply give the link, students get in, they put up their work. It's very, very easy. It's very accessible. And you can bookmark it. So anytime in the week, you can just have a look. At a glance, you can see how many students have contributed what, how much have they contributed. So it's very, very useful. Can you think of any other ways that this is useful? Any other examples? Anyone can tell me how this is useful? Anything else? Any other ways we can use it? Anyway, I mean, I'm saying in terms of school or in terms of otherwise. How is it useful when you can collaborate? The answer is in the question. How is it useful when you can
invite?
Invite, to be able to invite someone to look at your work and to contribute to it. Yeah, it's not just as an onlooker, but they can contribute to it. So that's very, very helpful. Yeah. Present and share. So share collections with a single link via our integrations with your favorite apps. So choose from 4 different layouts to showcase. So number one, there are 2 points here. You can share your collections with a single link. So this is one that is very different from other online tools, because you can share anywhere. And other thing is, you have 4 different layouts. So you have different types of layouts, like we were talking about in WordWall, where we are very conscious of how something looks. We like that it looks good. We want to personalize it. We want to change the layout. We want to change the color. So here this gives you the option, and you can present and share it. So that's again the best thing about it. You can always present it. You can share it. It becomes very, very easily accessible. Yeah. Is that fine with everyone? Is there anything else you would like to add here for present and share? Yes? No? I think it's pretty self-explanatory, so that's fine. Now, Wakelet integrates your favorite apps. So we want you to have a seamless and productive experience at Wakelet. So Wakelet has integrated all your favorite apps and platforms. So it helps you improve your workflow and add content. So Wakelet probably offers the biggest amount of platforms that you can use and take from over here. You can see so many different apps over here that are from Google Classroom to Twitter to YouTube, the common platforms. There are some new platforms over there also. So there is nothing stopping you in terms of putting up resources, because there is no platform that is barred for this. Everything is open. You can use it as you like, basically. You can take whatever you like from whichever resource and put it all in one place. You can store it in one place. If you imagine this, when you think of physical documents like paperwork, we always think, oh, I kept it in that shelf somewhere. Well, when you go to that shelf after 2 years, it's covered in dust. You can barely find the sheet and the paper is crumpled. That is the physical things. But now we are using online, where we can come back and the page is as it was when you left it years ago. So that is a great advantage to have in Wakelet. Now, what are the learning outcomes of Wakelet? It's a quick and easy way to capture and share learning resources. Yeah, it's very quick, it's very easy, and you can share resources very, very fast, very efficiently. It's a visually engaging learning environment for you and your students. Please don't forget that the learning environment should be fun for you also. You're not just thinking of the students. If you don't enjoy it, the kids won't. So you have to also love what you're creating. And when you create it in a fun way, you enjoy it, the students enjoy it, they find it exciting and it's colorful. So it's very, very important that it's engaging in all possible ways. You can streamline curriculum delivery. Now, what do you think this means? Streamline curriculum delivery. Who can tell me what this might mean? Streamline curriculum delivery. What do you think this means? Streamline curriculum delivery. Who can tell me? Anyone, just unmute. I don't mind. Anyone. Streamline curriculum delivery.
We can make a collection according to our curriculum. We can make the folders.
Yes, thank you, sir. So you can make folders. You can make a stream of work based on that one, say for example, one chapter that you take. You can put all the resources that you can find on that particular chapter and you can put it up. So it's extremely, extremely useful. You can streamline your curriculum, and like I said, it's saved permanently. So you can always, always come back to it anytime, keep adding to it. So say for example, now we are, if I'm an English teacher and I have, chapters that are interesting, I want to gather my resources on that chapter. Now I may still be teaching the subject years later, and I can come back to this Wakelet page and it will be filled with the resources that I have gathered from years and years that I can refer to and keep learning, keep adding, and it becomes a very rich page full of exciting things for me as well as the students. For them, it becomes a rich resource. For me also, it's a rich resource. So it's very, very helpful. Yeah. So that was a good point. and it empowers the digital citizenship and the digital skills of your students. Now, we are living in a world where digital literacy becomes very important. Making sure that students are literate when it comes to any form of digital use. Yeah. So this actually encourages them in that direction, because when they see a Wakelet, they'll say, wow, I want to add my thoughts, I want to add my video, my picture, my activities, my journey. They have a lot of things that they want to share. Suppose you take the topic of what did you do in the lockdown, and you make one Wakelet page. My God, how many things the students will put up? They'll put up pictures of themselves on the bed. They'll put up, pictures of their room. They'll put up pictures of eating breakfast, having dinner. So many things they'll put up and say, this is what life was like. So even when the COVID lockdown is over and life gets back to normal, that Wakelet will still be there. You can always go back and tell them to go back, and they will laugh at all the things that they did and how life was. It becomes a permanent document, a permanent sort of memory of a certain stage that everybody went through, which was just an example. And it also promotes digital literacy. It's fast and easy, and you can collaborate for group projects. So again, we are talking about, I think Sir was talking about in our meeting yesterday, that we have now come, in certain countries abroad, they don't focus on exams, they focus on projects. So most of their marks come from projects. So we also need to gear ourselves up in that way, that students learn that in order to contribute for my project, I need to, I need to use these kinds of tools. I need to know, for example, e-portfolio. They can make an e-portfolio with this. They can add their material. This can be used as an e-portfolio. And this is something exciting and interesting. If each child makes a Wakelet of their own as an e-portfolio, it becomes very, very useful for them to refer to. It's a representation of their work. Yeah. So we are gearing up to that kind of a future now, where tools are more important and projects will become more and more important. Is everyone with me so far? Please say yes. Please unmute. Please show me you're there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you. So it's also a fun way to improve student engagement and performance. How do you think you can improve the student performance, teachers, with Wakelet? How do you think the performance changes of students?
Obviously, they will be more creative to make it, right, ma'am?
Yes. And
they can be more expressive. They can express it more well.
Elijo, ma'am, sorry, can you repeat that?
They can express their views more well, like
yes,
like in different ways.
Excellent.
Normally.
Yes, expressing their views in different ways, expressing how they feel. I don't want to go back to, I keep referring to what Sir had said yesterday. Sir was saying that children are going through so much in this COVID situation. They have so many emotions. They're going through so much. To give them a platform to share these emotions is wonderful. They would love to share how they feel. They would love to share what they're going through. They would love to share their journey. So that improves their performance also, because they feel like they can express themselves better. And like Arun sir said, they are more creative. Any other ways that you think this improves the performance of students? Think of the performance of students. How does Wakelet improve the performance of students? Increase thinking capability. Thank you, Gopika ma'am. It increases the thinking capability. Can you explain that a little bit? Generally, maybe you mean generally it increases the thinking capability. Anyone else?
Ma'am, if it's about the curriculum, they could, revise easily.
Yes,
right?
Wow, that's a great point. Yeah. They can actually find revision enjoyable. And did you know that a lot of children have something called the picture memory? Okay. So if you have picture memory as a student, you're more likely to remember things by remembering, they will, in the exam, this is how the student's mind works. They will actually remember the Wakelet page and they will scroll down in their head and go down to the point, that they want to, that they need, and they will write the answer. So the visual is really, really important. It really helps. And so that can increase the performance. Like Arun sir said, revision in the form of Wakelet is so useful because children learn in very, very different ways. And if you have picture memory, you will remember that picture, remember what's written under that picture, and write it for the exam. So very, very useful. Yeah. We'll just take one more point on how it increases the performance of students. One more point, and then we'll move to the next.
Like those two.
Yes, ma'am.
Are, like visually more active, like visual, auditory, like that. So
yes.
Those students, they will be able to understand more better.
Yes.
Their
yes.
learning will improve.
Excellent.
Visual
yeah.
learners.
Visual learners and auditory also you said, which is true. And I'll get to that. There is one more point where it talks about auditory as well. So we don't know what kind of learners. We have kinesthetic, we have visual, we have auditory, we have different types of learners. So this caters to all the different types of students that we have. So it's basically differentiation happening there. Yeah. So amazing ways to use Wakelet. Okay. So I'm just going to go to the pre-K to grade 8 and explain those. You can use it as an icebreaker space. You can use it through roll call. You can use it for parent newsletters, virtual field trips, end of the year highlights, entry and exit ticket. What do you think this entry and exit ticket means? What do you think entry and exit ticket means? This is actually to do with lesson plans. I don't know if you picked up on that. What is entry and exit ticket? Okay, I'll tell you. The entry ticket is your learning activity before you start your class. Yeah. Your exit ticket is your plenary. Before you finish, you check that students have understood what you have taught. So that's your plenary. You can use Wakelet as an entry ticket and an exit ticket. Yeah, as an introduction as well as your plenary. So that's a great example of how Wakelet can be used. Yeah. Homework assignments, learning materials, lesson plans, reflection boards, sharing of resources. I'm only going to read pre-K and high school. Class introductions, group projects, portfolios. We are talking about e-portfolios. This is great. Book clubs, virtual library, reading lists. So this is a great place where you can actually ask students to follow certain people on Wakelet so they can easily learn about different famous people. For example, if you say follow Rabindranath Tagore, go to a Wakelet that talks about the life of Rabindranath Tagore. Follow the Wakelet of, Mother Teresa, somebody famous, Florence Nightingale, if there is a Wakelet on that. Follow Wakelets on different people so they can learn in an interesting way. It is not boring anymore. It becomes exciting. Yeah. Is everyone with me so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now what are the key features? Collaboration, like we already discussed. If you're able to collaborate with others, you take your collections, you perfect your collections, you form groups, projects, assignments, reflection boards, and you can share this with anybody. And you can ask them to contribute in it as well. You can copy your collection. Now, this is a very new feature that I don't see in other places so easily. You can make a collection and make it copyable. So you can make as many copies as you need so that other users can also have a copy of it. So who are the other users? We think of students only, right? So you can make a copy and give it to students and they can use it for their reference. Immersive reader, Lijo ma'am was talking about audio. So this is what I meant when I said we are coming to this. They can translate the text of Wakelet into over 80 different languages, and you can even have an auditory version. So that's fantastic. Students can if they learn better in their own language, they can have it in their own language also, which is absolutely amazing. I think that's an option that very few online tools offer. Yeah, an embedded collection, so you can actually have the link shared on any website, any platform, wherever you like. It's very easily accessible. How can teachers use Wakelet? So teachers across the world are using Wakelet in so many incredible ways. Through the power of curation, you can easily enhance engagement and productivity. So newsletters, collecting resources, lesson planning, documenting, interactive lessons. I mean, the list goes on really. But as a teacher, there are multiple ways that you can use Wakelet. Yeah. Is there anything new that you can think of that is not on the list? Please go ahead and share. Is there anything else that's new that you can think of? Or mostly everything I've covered? I think if there's everything, then I'll move to the next. How can students use Wakelet? So we've divided into different age groups. So 13s and over. Students are aged 13 and over can create their own Wakelet accounts. We were talking about e-portfolios. They can use a Wakelet to complete assignments, enhance their digital research, even create portfolios and showcase the best moments and achievements. For under 13s also, the Wakelet is useful because you can use a collaboration feature. So they don't even need to make their own account. So you can imagine if a grade 2 student is a small baby, basically. How will they make their own account? No, they don't need to make their account. They can simply be invited into a page and they can upload a picture of their work. Suppose they did some painting work. They can just upload the picture, or the parent can upload the picture for them. They don't need to worry. They don't need to worry. But at the same time, their work is presented. Their work has a platform and it's shared and it's saved. Yeah, so there is no age barrier. Assignment submission, group research, project. There are so many different things that you can use Wakelet for. How can librarians and tech coaches use Wakelet? So again, even people who are of different fields, not just teachers. Wakelet is not just designed for teachers, it's designed for anybody in any profession. So you can actually save and store and showcase your work. If you imagine, for example, an IT person, there are a lot of IT resources that they have. If a newcomer comes, they can always just share the Wakelet page. And that person is up to date without even having to do much. They get updated very quickly. Yeah. Whether it's resource hubs, digital libraries, resources for parents. Again, Wakelet is very useful for showing resources to parents. If you want to showcase what your child is doing, your student is doing to the parent. Parents love evidence. They love pictures. They love to see their children doing well in something. If you want to put a video up or put up materials, put up things that the students have done, parents will always love it because they can say that, see, my child has made this or done this maths problem or done this painting. So many different things that they can do. Yeah, events and media newsletters. A day in the Wakelet embedded classroom. So what does a day in the Wakelet life look like? So if we're talking about curating resources, a teacher captures all the learning and teaching resources they find online. So these can be everything from your YouTube videos, documents, and they can add their own content and share in the community. In terms of lesson planning, how can Wakelet be used? Teachers use mixed media to create engaging and interactive collections. They can combine their own content and instruction along with media from across the web. So the main point of this is basically you can take any media from across the web and put it into one space, and that's your best advantage. Yeah. Student assignments. So teachers want to challenge students, digital research, storytelling, communication, critical thinking skills. All these skills are being enhanced through, through Wakelet. Yeah. So even encouraging them to research. Research is a big part of studying. It's not just studying from the text. They have to research different points so they can learn more about it. So that's important. And class newsletters. So teachers want to make it more visual, more intriguing. This can be used. Yeah. So many different ways that Wakelet is useful. Community and student ambassador program. Here is when the community, the ambassador and student ambassador programs are all there to help and support you and your students and to help you connect with other educators across the world. Yeah, so you are not alone. Definitely it gives that. I think if Wakelet gives a message, it is that you are not alone. There are so many more people out there who are creating and making their own Wakelets and on different topics across the world, and it's just at your fingertips. You can take it anytime and you can use it. Yeah. So I had made one. Let me stop presenting. I think I've come to the end of my. Okay, so there is also the Wakelet mobile app. So you can always. It's not that you have to only sit at a computer to be able to look at a Wakelet. There are also mobile apps, so you can scroll through your Wakelet. Suppose you're meeting a teacher in person, and you don't have your computer with you or your laptop. You can always open the mobile and show the teacher, hey, this is a Wakelet that I made on this topic. Why don't you have a look? So they can look at your mobile and see it. Not necessary that you have to have a computer in front of you. And they have some browser extensions also, so you can save links, articles, videos, tweets, just organizing your content through the browser. And again, last and most important thing, if you don't have a Wakelet account, go ahead, sign up. It's free, and it's a great resource. Yeah, that never fails you. You can come back, keep adding to it, and it doesn't stop. Yeah. So it refers to many other resources like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all kinds of things. So that's all from me about Wakelet. But I do want to show you, I did kind of start a Wakelet long time ago. So it's not a very full Wakelet. But I just started it. But even though I didn't put, can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So even though I just started it, I'm going to add many more things. I just started to put up some materials. It does look attractive because that's the nature of it. Now, if I want to edit it and I want to add things, I can always invite teachers. I can always make changes. I can always edit. I can edit the cover. I can change the layout here. Grid view, mood board. So there are different layouts that I can use, compact view, and I can just keep editing, keep adding things to my page. Yeah. So don't hesitate. Please do try out the Wakelet. Yeah. So that's all from me about Wakelet, and well done for sitting through so much time with me. And I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, do let me know. Yeah. I hope that this was an informative session for all of you. Do you have any questions? Anything you want to ask? No questions. Okay.
Ma'am,
Alright,
it would be better if you show practically how it's done.
Yeah. So I was showing the Wakelet, the one that I have.
How to really add like Flipgrid or
Okay.
other materials like that,
Okay.
how to add it.
Okay. So yeah. So if I'm going to my Wakelet over here, yeah. In my case, because I've already started, I'm just basically editing. But let's say I'm making a new one. Yeah. Okay. So create new collection. Can you all see this?
Absolutely.
Okay. So if I'm creating a new collection, my cover image, I will upload a cover image from somewhere. or let's see, I'm just going to pick something. Let's go for the tossed logo. Can you all see this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my cover image. I'm going to give it a title. I can say, let's say, tossed file. Okay. I'm going to write a description. So I can say trial run. Okay. And now you see the plus sign. Can everyone see the plus sign?
Yes.
So here I have my resources. I can either add text. I can type something. Yeah. I can type something, say English department. Yeah. I can type something. Then I can add one more thing here. I can add a picture. Yeah, I've gone to image. I can add a picture. I can either upload a picture or I can choose from the library. So if I'm going to upload a picture, maybe not. Let us go to the library and see what is there. Let's say, okay, I'm just going to take a picture here at random. So now I have added a picture over here. So I've added the text, I've added the picture. Now I want to add something new, a PDF. Okay, I'm just going to find some PDF somewhere. Root and fly mix. Okay, this is a PDF of a comprehension passage. I'm just going to add it there. Yeah, I want to add something else. What else can I add? I can add a tweet, a video, something from YouTube. Let's go to YouTube and let's say English grammar. If I find a video on English grammar, I'm just going to pick anything at random. Let's say if I'm putting a course. So we've got a beginner's course. Now already look, my page is starting to look full. It's got a picture, it's got a PDF, it's got a video. Again, I want to add, the plus sign is here. I can add something from my drive. Yeah, I can add some other video of a different type. So it's showing me the video option here from Flipgrid. So I'm going to continue as myself on Flipgrid. My login was successful, as you can all see. And it's just going in. So I'm just going to wait for a second. 1 second. So basically what it's suggesting that I do is I take a video of myself. That's what it's suggesting. So it's saying on Flipgrid I can upload a video or a clip, or I can take a video of myself. So I take a video and I can upload it. So I can quickly upload something. My screen is a little big. Okay, there we go. So okay. I can't see the pause button over there. Anyway, but basically you can upload a video of yourself. You can go to the drive and you can pick something from the drive, anything of your choice if you sign in with Google, and you can use a OneDrive if you have a OneDrive. Usually we go for the Google Drive because that's what we use, but you can use something from OneDrive. Some schools use OneDrive. Yeah. So I hope this makes it clear. You can also invite people to contribute. Yeah. So here is the link. If I give you the link, I'm putting the link in the chat box. You can have a look at my Wakelet and refer to it. Yeah. So I hope this makes it clear, and I hope you understand how easy and interesting it is. Yeah. It takes a bit of time. Obviously, if you give it to students and there are 30 students who are contributing to it, it's going to be far more colorful. And if you have teachers that you're giving it to, it's going to be far more colorful rather than you just making it yourself. So I would encourage using it as more of a public platform where many can contribute, so it fills up really fast and it becomes rich. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to stop. We are already past time. Thank you so much, all of you, for being so patient and for doing the session.